Welcome back for the second half of this game between Crescent College and Kilkenny College. A victory for Crescent College in this game will see them crowned Kate Russell champions for 2019, but it's nil at the break. Both Crescent struggling to break down a resolute defence, and as we've mentioned several times in commentary, when they have done, star keeper for Kilkenny College, Ellie McLaughlin, is on hand to thwart any shots that Crescent have provided so far in this game. Game 8 of the Kate Russell tournament. It's our third game of this second day of action, brought to you live and exclusively on sportinglimerick.com from St Andrews College here in Blackrock, County Dublin. It's going to be Kilkenny to restart this game. Haven't offered much by way of attack of Kilkenny in this game, looking to hit Crescent on the counter-attack. Ivan, we've mentioned several times on commentary what Crescent have to do to try and break this Kilkenny team down. They're just going to have to keep trying to do the same thing in the second half. Yeah,
they are. They've had a few circle entries, to be fair, in the game so far. But you know, apart from that one very early chance that fell to Horn and McLaughlin pulled out a great save. Apart from that, they've had a couple of corners, and as we said earlier in the commentary, they haven't looked overly threatening from corners. I don't think they've scored off a corner in this tournament. So you know, they don't have a real obvious threat on a corner, and the Kilkenny defence inside their D has been absolutely brilliant. The defenders have been patient. They've protected their feet. They're putting their bodies on the line, and here's a chance now for Kerr. If she can isolate here one-on-one, this is Kilkenny's best chance.
Yeah, it's Elva Kerr, Kilkenny star forwards. On that occasion, though, it's good defending one-on-one from Georgia Keane. But it's Jessie Wagoner in possession for Kilkenny down that far side, or down that near side wing. It's hit off one of the Aoife Hickey's foot. It's going to be a free for Kilkenny. I'm not sure what the umpire's giving here. It seems to be a long corner, and that's indeed what it is. And it's Wagoner to take for Kilkenny. Early stages of this second half. Poor touch on that occasion by Izzy Burke, but Maeve McNamara unable to win possession back for Crescent. Ali Williams plays it down towards Megan Telford Kelly. It's going to be a free. I think Williams was fouled in back play, and it's going to be a free to Kilkenny. All the way back to Williams, and it's Williams to take, having been fouled. It's got Rachel Lacey inside. In a bit of space, Williams plays the ball to herself and looking to go down that side. Plays a dangerous ball into the D. And it was Jessie Wagoner was just inches away from getting a flick on that and getting a touch that could have caused problems for Amy Ahern in the Crescent goal. Just unable to get that touch on that occasion. As Georgia Keane restarting play for Crescent. Out to that left-hand side to Claudia Griffin. A poor enough pass from Griffin. Fitzgerald did well to keep that in play. Now it's Maeve McNamara. Scored 2 goals. Crescent's only goal scorer in the first day of action. But they've scored 6 in their first game against the Jays earlier this morning. And that put them within a win of winning this competition. They could still win the competition with a draw in this game against Kilkenny College. Banbridge would need to score 6 and a couple of other results in the offing as well. Kilkenny would still be in the competition if that's the case, but they're fairly unlikely to see them score more than 5 or 6 goals against St Andrews in the last game, as Crescent get a free deep in Kilkenny territory. It's going to be Sarah Fitzgerald on the run now. That's good play from Fitzgerald, taking that free quickly. She's in the D, and it's a short corner. Excellent work from Sarah Fitzgerald on that occasion, Ivan. And that's what Crescent need to do. If there's a bit of space, they need to run with the ball quickly.
Well, Crescent they're opportunists. I think yesterday in the 2 games that they played, it was all about taking quick frees. That's where they got their goal against Banbridge. That's where they got their goal earlier against Andrews in the first game, and that's what they did to exploit the space. So again there, it was just a quick free, which gave them a very easy circle entry, and then as a result the Kilkenny keeper goes to ground. But they need to be more clinical from these corners.
It's set here, it's come to Horn. Horn gets the flick. It's a good block, it's a good bit of play there from the Kilkenny defence. In this case it was Izzy Burke. It's going to be a long corner to Crescent. As Ivan has mentioned, Crescent have had plenty of opportunities in their 4 games to date to score from short corners. They haven't looked threatening at all. They're going to get another chance now after superb work from Aoife Hickey. Hit Jessie Wagoner's foot. Another chance for Crescent. And Ivan, you've mentioned it, they haven't looked threatening. They need to produce something from one of these short corners to have any chance of winning this game.
Yeah, they do. Like they don't really seem to carry a real threat off the top. Horan's flicked a couple, but possibly what I'd like to see is, if they had a hitter, like crash a corner in and then go looking for the second ball. Like they've got a numerical advantage up there, but let's see what they do from this.
That's trapped by Lee. Comes to Horan again. She flicks it outside to Hickey. It's intercepted. Eventually falls. Steve Hickey gets the shot away. It's taking a deflection. Good work from Ruth MacDonald, who's been absolutely outstanding for Kilkenny College in the centre of their defence. And Crescent come again with Hickey once more down that right hand side. Good play from Hickey into the ball across. Ellie McLaughlin's out in a flash. No surprise to see that. The defensive effort to Kilkenny was brief, but McLaughlin was off her line like a flash. And she averts the dangerous Elva Kerr for Kilkenny, and away they come. Good play from Dara Scobie, and Kerr down the side. It's a poor touch and a chance for a Kilkenny counter, kind of half scuppered, and Crescent come away with the possession. Robin Leahy loses it, then wins it back. She made up for that mistake that Leahy, and plays the ball out to Sarah Fitzgerald. It's taking a deflection off a Kilkenny player, and it's going to be a Crescent sideline ball, and she plays the ball back to Kilkenny, or the Crescent number 5. That's Claudia Griffin. And Sarah Fitzgerald now in possession for Crescent. Good ball up the line to Anna Horan. Horan now taking on Ruth MacDonald. That's not going to be an easy one for Horan to beat MacDonald. And when she did beat MacDonald, Ali Williams was there to mop up the loose ball. But it's going to be a free to Crescent. And it's Fitzgerald into Horan. Good turn by Horan now. She's up against MacDonald again. Goes to the baseline, does Horan. Forced to put it across. Leahy is there, looking for a short corner. It's been given. Leahy's protestations were heard by the umpire on this occasion. It's another short corner. It's another chance for Crescent. If they do this, they need to try something different on this occasion. The call comes in from Cathal Duggan, their coach on the sideline. He's looking for them to try something different. And we'll see what they produce from this short corner. Again, it's going to be Georgia Keane to take. Leah Cleary on several occasions has been the trapper for Crescent from these, with Anna Horan flicking towards goal. It'll be interesting to see what Crescent tried. It's gone short to Sarah Fitzgerald. She's going to have a crack. It looks like it's a good shot from Sarah Fitzgerald, but again Ellie McLaughlin is on hand, and again Ivan, we just have to talk about how brilliant Ellie McLaughlin is. Another superb low save.
Yeah, like it's a shot coming in from an angle. That'll be pretty routine for her. If that ball goes in, she'll be incredibly disappointed. But what I'd like to see, I wouldn't mind seeing that corner again. A bit of an injury here. Wouldn't mind seeing that corner again, the exact same corner, but instead of shooting at goal, shoot that across the goal or across the face of the goal. But this looks a pretty serious injury now. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, it's Aoife Hickey down injured for Crescent here at the moment, and it looks to be a very, very serious injury for the Crescent number 7, one of their star players. Collision with the Kilkenny number 8, and that's Isild Cahill. Cahill also got hurt in the incident, but she seems to be okay, and this seems to be a very, very serious injury for the Crescent number 7. Ivan, as we mentioned, we see Aoife Hickey down, and that's where our main concern is going to be right now. But going back to the game for a moment, we mentioned that the Crescent needs something. They need to try something different from that short corners. You mentioned that it's something you'd like to see again, maybe from Sarah Fitzgerald, who seems to be the most likely shooter from the angle and coming in for the second ball.
Yeah, if they could get that ball across the face of the goal, and then bring in the likes of Horan and one or two other players just for deflection, because with that ball going short, it affects your runners. Your first runner, you generally set up your runners to go attack the ball to the top of the D. So Kilkenny won't have a set plan for that, so they're going to defend that off the cuff. But if they can get that ball, crash it across the face of the goal, and get a deflector in there, because I think anything that comes in direct, I think Ellie McLaughlin, to be fair, is going to deal with it. She's been facing, the best players in Ireland in the IHL all season, so she's well able to deal with anything that's been fired in from there. But certainly this looks a very bad injury for Hickey. I think we could have a bit of a delay here.
Yeah, we'll come back to you briefly. Rain has come thundering down here in St Andrews College with Aoife Hickey down injured. It's a very, very serious injury by the looks of things. I think we're looking for a stretcher here on the pitch. We'll be back to you shortly with hopefully some better news about the situation here. Join us again shortly from St Andrews College, where it's Crescent 0, Kilkenny 0, early in the second half of the 8th game of the Kate Russell competition. We're actually going to stay with this as Aoife Hickey is helped from the field by a couple of Crescent backroom team and the Crescent physio. Hopefully it's not as serious as it looks, Ivan. It's a terrible thing to see any player having to leave the field injured, but especially when it's such a serious looking one as that.
No, you don't want to see any, like, you know, this is probably as big a game as she's played for her school. Like, it's a huge game for her, so you certainly don't want to see any player lifted off a field like that. But you know, Crescent, that will have affected them. She's certainly been a major threat for Crescent down the right hand side, but you know, they've just got to refocus here now and stick to the task. It will upset them. You know, she's not only a teammate, she's a good friend of the girls as well. So, you know, they've got, you know, a little over probably 17, 18 minutes here to try find a winner. But we'll see how it goes. But you know, our best wishes to Hickey. Hopefully that's not as serious as it certainly first looked. Absolutely
echo those sentiments from Ivan Ovington, the St Andrews senior boys coach here in Blackrock. It's going to be a Crescent free. Claire O'Mara is the player that has replaced Hickey on this Crescent team. No doubt she'll be a loss for Crescent. She's been one of their outstanding and most impressive players down this right hand side throughout the competition. But Crescent have to get back with the task, and the best thing they can do for Aoife Hickey at the moment is win this game and win the competition. It's going to be a sideline ball over on this near side for Amy O'Byrne and Crescent, and so Byrne has the rain teams down here in St Andrews College. We've had good sunshine yesterday and for parts of today, but there's no question now the rain is down, and judging by the clouds here, it looks like it's here to stay as well. It's a free here given away by Emer Lane. It's Elva Kerr for Kilkenny College in possession to Izzy Burke. Burke plays it forward. It's easy for Robin Leahy to deal with, and that's out to Anna Horan on this right hand side. Horan now moving away from the centre, does well, beats one player, looking to beat a second. That player is going to be Rachel Lacey. Decides to go back and goes back deep to Claudia Griffin as Griffin tries to bring play back into the Kilkenny half. She does so with a good pass to Sarah Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald now for Crescent. Forced backwards, 3 players on her. Good pass from Fitzgerald though, and that's better from Crescent. Shooting chance maybe here. It's come to Leah Cleary. Cleary can score from it. It's another fine save from McLaughlin. Got down very quickly low, and again Crescent pierced the Kilkenny defence. That's a better save from McLaughlin again though.
Yeah, that's a great save. That's the first time Horan's got free in a little bit of space. You asked me earlier about the weather conditions here. Chance here. You asked me earlier about the weather conditions, and we spoke about the wind. That wasn't going to be a factor, but this rain coming down here now, that's going to sit on the pitch, and that's going to slow down the pitch. So that certainly won't help. That certainly won't help Crescent. It'll give Kilkenny a little bit of time to shift that block. But it also, in the game coming up after this with Banbridge against Jez, that's also very significant, because I think Banbridge will be looking to play on as fast a pitch as possible, and if we see there now a little bit of spray coming up off the pitch, so there's a little bit of water. Like, the pitch is still in absolutely perfect condition, there's no issues there, but that ball will just catch the water and the ball will slow down, which, you know, certainly Banbridge in their game against Jez, that's not ideal, and same thing for Crescent here. It's if they want to move that ball quickly, the less water on top of that pitch, the better.
Managed to move that one around quickly, and it's Sarah Fitzgerald on the base and flicks it back inside, but Dara Scobie is there to deal with that danger for Kilkenny College, and it's going to be a sideline ball for Crescent, played into the centre here to Robin Leahy. Leahy now has the advancing Amy O'Byrne on this right hand side. O'Byrne with possession. There's a bit of room in the middle if she wants to give it. She decides to try and find Sophie Klein in the middle. Klein now in possession. Good attempted pass, well intercepted by Jessie Wagoner, and Wagoner managed to avert the danger from a Kilkenny point of view, and it's going to be a Crescent sideline ball. Crescent about to make another substitution here. It's Nicole Griffin is on for Maeve McNamara, and Anna Horan in possession. Horan takes on a couple of players, beats a couple of players, wins a free, And it's not. Crescent want to move everything quickly. On this occasion, they're not afforded that chance, but it's Horan in possession again, trying to make her way into the D. She's going to get a shot of it. It's well blocked by Ruth MacDonald, I think it was, again, having a superb game in the middle of that defence. In fact, it was Izzy Burke. Burke also having a fine defensive display. And away comes Faye Neal for Kilkenny College. Good defending from Robin Leahy on that occasion for Crescent, but Emer Lane losing possession. It's Izzy Burke again for Kilkenny. Plays the ball out to this right-hand side. Ali Williams now under pressure from Nicole Griffin. Nicole Griffin does brilliantly to win that ball back for Crescent. She tries the reverse pass to Sarah Fitzgerald. It's gone out over the sideline. And play will restart with Kilkenny College. 2 balls on the field, or on the pitch. That's Ali Williams to take this while the other ball is cleared. And it has been now, so we'll get play back underway. 50-50 ball played up by Williams, and it's Crescent that have it. Risky pass by Robin Leahy there. It's brilliantly intercepted by Jessie Wagner. Chance now for Kilkenny to come up, but that's excellent defending from Georgia Keane. She does lose the ball though, and it's broken to Jessie Wagner. There's a player on the outside. Wagner's coming in, but Georgia Keane again was there for Crescent. 2 vital interceptions from Keane, and Sophie Klein comes away with the ball. She beat one player. Touch was a bit strong, and it's going to be a free for Kilkenny College, and it's going to be Rachel Lacey to take. Lacey fires it forward. It's going to land to Alva Kerr. Kerr, the danger player up front for this Kilkenny side. It's hit off Amy O'Byrne. It's going to be a free. It's going to be a free hit here for Kilkenny, but Crescent still trying the same things, Ivan, and still not able to break their way through.
Yeah, they are. Like we said before the game that, like, I just didn't see, any evidence from Crescent's 3 previous games that they actually had the tools to break down this Kilkenny team. I didn't see that they could move the ball kind of quick enough around the back. I didn't see them kind of shipping the ball in shallow transfers through the middle. Like the trick was get the ball to Horan, and then Horan, produces a little bit of magic, and you can see her trying now. Or the trick was take a free very, very quickly. Kilkenny they know exactly what their game plan is. They're so disciplined. They defend their D so well. And then when you do break that, then you have, as we've referenced many times, you have Ellie McLaughlin to beat. So, it's kind of, it's been the game I expected. It's kind of how it transpired, and it's whether kind of Crescent can just come up with something now in the last 10 minutes here to get the goal that they so desperately need. Because if the scoreline stays like this, you'd probably go, okay, right, they're going to win the tournament unless Banbridge score 6 goals in their next game. But on the evidence of what we saw from Banbridge this morning, they look well in the mood, and they certainly look capable of doing that this afternoon. So I think Crescent, if they want to win this tournament, I think they're going to have to find a goal here in the next 10 minutes.
Indeed they are, and it's going to be a long corner here for Kilkenny. Dara Scobie to take for this Kilkenny side. As the floodlights come on here in St Andrews College. Faye Neal in possession now for Kilkenny. She tries the reverse pass. It's a good one. Chance for Alva Kerr. Great shot. Superb save from Amy Ahern. And that's the danger that Alva Kerr possesses. Just the first real chance of the game for Kilkenny, but Kerr, beautiful control, and then a fired shot that Amy Hearn did well to react to.
It's an amazing piece of skill from Alva Kerr. Like that's a very, very difficult shot to play there out of the back space. Where that ball's in behind you, you've got your back to goal, and you're hitting that in behind you like that from the back space. That's as good a piece of skill as we've seen in this whole tournament. It's a fabulous piece of skill, but equally, like Ahern has had absolutely nothing to do in this whole game, and that's look, she's the captain, and she's kept her side in this with a chance of winning it.
Claire O'Mara does brilliantly to keep that ball in play, and she's one possession back. It's a harsh free against her in my eyes anyway, and Israel Cahill tries to take that quickly. That's well intercepted by Serena McDermott, and Robin Leahy now in possession for Crescent. Forced to go back to Amy O'Byrne. She's got Claire O'Mara in space on this right hand side. That space is blocked fairly quickly, but it's Leah Cleary, and Leah Cleary's fouled. Apologetic to Israel Cahill. It was an accidental one, but it still was a foul. And it's going to be a free to Crescent, and it's going to be Claire O'Mara to take this one for Crescent, who are desperately in need of a goal to win this competition. One goal should do it for Crescent on the evidence of what we've seen so far, but as we just saw, to be fair to Kilkenny, Elva Kerr just needs a half a sniff of a chance, and if she gets that half a sniff, she's well capable of creating anything and definitely creating a goal. It's going to be Isabel Cahill to take the sideline ball for Kilkenny College. And the way she comes with it, she flicks the ball along. It's going to be a sin bin here for Leah Cleary. And she's got the sin bin. Very, very harsh. Very, very harsh on Leah Cleary. We think up in the commentary box, the umpires made his decision. Owen Crescent will have to deal with it. Looked like she was back to 5 to us, but he thought otherwise. And we'll move on with play with Isabel Cahill. Tries to find Jessie Wagonarts. Good defending for Serena McDermott. It's going to be a Crescent ball. And away come Crescent. Serena McDermott with the ball, looking for Maeve McNamara inside the Kilkenny D, unable to find her teammate on this occasion with what 17, just over 17 minutes gone, excluding that stoppage for the injury to Aoife Hickey. And it's Georgia Keane in possession. Good pass from Keane, finding Anna Horan. Keane has continued her run, and Emer Lane has dropped into defence for Crescent, so Keane won't be missed if Kilkenny can start a counter-attack. And it's a chance now. There's space for Robin Lee to run into. She's met by Ruth MacDonald. In fact, it was Hickey. Oh, it's left over. A very, very smart bit of goalkeeping by Ellie McLaughlin on that occasion. She knew she didn't. No one had got a touch in it. She knew it had gone out. The shot was taken from outside the scoring zone. It still does cause a bit of a panic for those that don't know the rules. A few Crescent fans jumped. I nearly jumped a little bit before I remembered what was going on, but calm and collected once more from Ellie McLaughlin.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that is Crescent's best chance. I think when they have possession of the ball, they're moving it far too slow, and they're not able to move that block. I think the best chance that Crescent have is when Kilkenny have the ball, and Kilkenny are looking to move forward, and they get that turnover ball, because immediately in that situation it gets number 6, forget her name, Robin Leahy. It just gets her in behind. It breaks a line, and suddenly there's 2-on-1s available in behind. But again, chance
for Anna Horan. Reverse shot. Horan. It snuck through Ellie McLaughlin and just wide of the post. Maeve McNamara was there waiting for the tap in. It just evaded her as Leah Cleary comes back in. But that's what we've been calling for all game. Anna Horan to produce something fantastic. She beat a couple of Kilkenny players. A superb reverse shot. McLaughlin got something on it, nearly squirmed underneath her, but again, you beat the Kilkenny defence, then you have to beat Ellie McLaughlin.
Yeah, but that's the chance. That's the chance they've been looking for. Where they're looking at Horan. If something's going to happen, it's more than likely going to happen through Horan. So, and it's whether they can get her in a little bit of space to actually do a little bit of damage. We just, whether that's their last chance or not, I don't know. But this game is getting strung out a little bit more. I think there could be one more chance in this for Crescent. There could also be one more chance here for Kilkenny. So let's see how these last 5 minutes pan out.
Yeah, good run from Jessie Wagoner on that occasion, but that's excellent from Georgia Keane again. Elva Kern not happy, but it's Keane who's come up with 3 timely interceptions for Crescent in the last few minutes. As Kilkenny look to counter, that's hit Sarah Fitzgerald's foot. That's going to be a free to Kilkenny. But as Ivan Ovington just mentioned, the game is starting to open up. Both teams may be a little tired. Crescent certainly, it's their 4th game in 2 days. Maybe a little bit leggy in defence. You've seen Georgia Keane having to intercept on 3 occasions there. But you're also seeing Kilkenny push forward a bit more. There's certainly more space in the Kilkenny defence. And now it's up to Crescent to try and exploit it. And a chance here with Emer Lane. She's unable to win that ball back off Jessie Wagoner. And away comes Izzy Burke. Good pass from Izzy Burke there, looking for her number 18. That's Izzy Walsh for Kilkenny, but it's going to be a Crescent free, and it's gone up to Anna Horan here. And usually Anna Horan is faced by 3 or 4 Kilkenny defenders. In this case, it's only 2, and she's able to beat the 2. Certainly fouled on that occasion. No, she's not, according to the umpires. And they look to foul from here, but again, we're 80 yards away, Ivan. I'm not going to give out about that. It's a slip in the wet conditions, according to Ivan Ovington here. Hard to argue with him, to be fair. It has gone very wet, very tricky on that surface. Hallie Williams now with this free for Kilkenny as we enter the last 5 minutes of this game. Williams blocked by Maeve McNamara. And it's going to be another sideline ball to this Kilkenny College team, who also need a goal. It has to be said, we've been talking about Crescent needing a goal to win the tournament. Kilkenny are, of course, needing a goal for their own hopes in this competition. You know, a win would put them level with Crescent, you know, and they haven't shown, they've looked to play in the counter-attack, but it's definitely been noticeable in the last couple of minutes that they've pushed forward just that little bit more.
Yeah, they've had a bit of go, and they're getting kind of open a little bit here. I think one of the features, obviously the goalkeeping of Ellie McLaughlin, but the one-on-one defending of the Kilkenny players has been absolutely outstanding. In around their 25, in around their D, they're disciplined. They're not throwing sticks in. They're not throwing in stupid challenges. We haven't seen any Kilkenny players sent to the bin. You know, they're sticking to their task. They know what they are. You know, they know exactly what their game plan is, but a chance here for Horn.
Chance here for Anna Horn. Can she do it for Crescent? The ball breaks. Chance for Robin Lee. Lee gets the shot away. It's taking a deflection. It's going to go for a long corner. But again for Crescent, everything they're due in attack, it's all centred around Anna Horn.
It is centred around Anna Horn, but again, like, that's phenomenal defending from Kilkenny. Like, that's scramble defence. You know, it's not structured. You know, you're not defending off a platform. You're scrambling, and Kilkenny are throwing themselves in a way that's not giving away stupid corners. They're not giving away strokes. It's just absolutely brilliant defending. And you know, if you get a team, which they are, that know exactly what they do, what their strength is, and they play to it 100%, and that's why going into the last game, you know, without being the outstanding team anywhere near it in this tournament, they're still very much in the tournament.
Great run from Sarah Fitzgerald on that occasion into the Kilkenny College defence, but once again it's well defended by this Kilkenny team. It's going to be a long corner that Emer Lane takes. Tries to spread play. It's not a good pass from Lane on this occasion. Amy O'Byrne forced to go backwards towards her halfway line. And it's out to Serena McDermott from O'Byrne. Good win back from McDermott. It's Leah Cleary with possession, but it's well tackled by a Kilkenny player on that occasion. It was Dara Scobie with an excellent tackle. And away comes Amy O'Byrne. O'Byrne looks to the right to Serena McDermott. It's a poor touch from McDermott and Isil Cahill, but Cahill loses possession. McDermott tries to flick it past, but Rachel Lacey and Cahill on that occasion. But Kilkenny have forced it out over the sideline, and it's Anna Horn in possession. Good dribble from Horn, hits Jessie Wagonard's foot. That's going to be a free to Crescent. Anna Horn will take. Crescent running out of time now, but it's Horan who'll look to bring this in by the baseline. Looking for a short corner. You have to be sure she gets the reverse. In across, dangerous ball across from Anna Horn. But there's no Crescent player able to get on the end of it. But it's again, we've said it 100 times. If you said it once, we've said it 100 times. Everything coming through Anna Horn.
Yeah, everything is coming through Anna Horn. But, you know, again, like this Kilkenny have conceded one goal in this tournament. In 3 games, they've conceded 1 goal. And that was a penalty stroke, which Ellie McLaughlin nearly saved. So, you know, if you're looking at the game and you admire teamwork and you admire team play, what Kilkenny are doing here is, you know, absolutely superb. Like their defence has been so rock solid, and if you've got a defence like that, all you need is one chance. One chance wins you a game, and we nearly had that with Alva Kerr, and we could get it here still.
Big chance for Kilkenny. Ball across from Faney. It's hit a foot, and it's Megan Telford Kelly. 25 minutes is up. Pretty much full time here in the 8th game of this Kate Russell tournament. Third game of this second day. Brought to you live and exclusively on sportinglimerick.com from St Andrews College here in Blackrock, County Dublin. As Kilkenny now maybe trying to force one last attack, but it's Emer Lane intercepting for Crescent. It's Robin Leahy now in possession. Leahy finds Anna Horn. One last chance for Crescent maybe. Horn tries to give it along to Maeve McNamara. McNamara is there, but excellent defending again. Ali Williams gets the flick away. It's careful, it's safe, brilliant defending yet again.
Yeah, I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. You know, like, you can't win anything without if you have a brilliant keeper and you have a team that defend like that, every single game you play, you've got a chance, because you only need to generate one chance to win a game. So I think, you know, that it was up to Crescent to come out and try win that game today. We knew the issues that they would have in the first half. They moved the ball, you know, quite well. They opened up a couple of opportunities, but as the game went on, it just got kind of, you know, bogged down. You know, the key thing for them that they'll look back on is probably their set piece. Like their set piece, you know, just needed to be a little bit more potent. If they could have scored 2 goals off all the short corners that they've generated in the tournament, this could be a very, very different tournament. And you know, we said it yesterday with when St Andrews pulled their keeper and Crescent had a short corner on the full-time whistle, and that ball was taken off the ball by the kicking back Alana Rothwell, and then she got out and made a very brave save off the second one off the line. Like, how key could that opportunity be now? Like, if Crescent were that 1 goal better off, because now it's up to Banbridge to come out and score 6 goals to win this tournament. If Crescent had 1 more goal, that could be the difference between winning and losing this tournament. But look, it's up to Banbridge to come out now and do their stuff. So, you know, second last game, and the tournament's still there for 3 teams to win. So, you know, from a tournament point of view, you'd take that.
Absolutely, we will. It is Crescent in pole position. They're the first team to finish their 4 games. They've finished with 2 wins and 2 draws on 8 points. You have Banbridge on 5. You now have Kilkenny College on 5 points. Both sides have a game left. As Ivan has mentioned, a huge win for Banbridge, a 6-0 win or 6-goal win for Banbridge against the Jays will see them crowned Kate Russell champions. That's coming up at 3 p.m. Join us then.